games live next week, probably. Not a big redraft guy, but I will do whatever, a top 150 or something of. It's more so like the tiers of the running backs and wide receivers that I think you should care about, right? Like take your QBs and tight ends when you could, but then just like giving you information like I like this running back more than this running back.
The
Like
107.
RJ Harvey, I like less than redraft because I have to actually know when he's gonna go for 20 plus. For sure.
Excuse me, motherfuckers.
Questions like this, my rankings can just answer. We're gonna do some drafters today, and yeah, I actually knew this Survivor contest was coming out, but yeah, maybe we'll do the drafters next. I think eventually I'll be here, man.
This is a DQ Miracle Maker making a huge impact because July 30th is Miracle Treat Day.
Give me a
Breeds
crazy
of Florida.
faller. Puka Nakua, 107.
Absolutely getting my steps in the sweltering heat. No, it's not crazy. Is it a lamb team? Sure, dude. Let's do it. Let's go. Hey, do me a favor. If you're discovering this channel right now, first off, you are in the right place. You're welcome in advance. Hit the like, hit the subscribe.
I don't know much
August is
on
the
Raw
biggest
either.
month for
Unreal.
my channel. Hoping, I mean, I'm for sure going to reach 9K subs. Maybe with a big push, 10 is possible. Probably not. I am going to apply, but I've been saying I'm going to be doing this for years.
I'm gonna run into Monraw this time around. Fuck it.
I mean, a little bit, but let's give it a little bit of time here. It's not like most teams have not even started training camp. Yeah, okay, I guess this is news. Herbert got engaged. See, why can't I get the 11 when someone goes Saquon AJ Brown?
Raining out there.
It's just Rib Jeremiah love. Why not? Unique. Hashtag. Myself, Justin, obviously. Be serious. I'm definitely, yeah, I have almost no Saquon. It's a little bit scary of a fade just because it's Saquon. And the season was okay. But yeah, efficiency concerns. Don't like his, you know, like when you're going to be fading the guy, especially if you don't like his playoff schedule, like you have outs to being correct. So even if Saquon is a smash, then you get to the playoffs and he's got to do it against the Seahawks, Texans, and 49ers. So he's got to play the best two defenses in football, period. And then the 49ers...
Starting another double
if
wideout team?
If the 49ers can put up points in the air, you're probably not having the luxury to just keep it running. But yeah, it's not only am I fading Saquon, I'm getting overexposure to Acham, Chase Brown, other players, right? So it's not just a like pure 1-to-1. Love just falls so far in these usually. I know he does. I have a lot of Jeremiah Love third round teams, but I don't care. I still want some of him in the second.
Egg Buku.
Do think Tank Bigsby's been getting quite a bit of buzz as well, so for sure a chance that he plays more. Wow, Drake London. Drake London has a Q tag on DK, so he is falling. At the end of the day, like, think of James Cook. It did not matter where you
Is
took
this
James
actually
Cook.
happening
You were
again?
getting a good player. So, if Jeremiah Love is a good player in fantasy football,
No.
I'm simply 1v1ing the Ken Walker,
Devonta
Jeremiah Love
Smith?
teams, and I'm going to have Jeremiah Love and Smith, Olave, Allen, T. Higgins, like, which I actually really like. We'll go Smith here, why not? And I actually really like this because this is mostly you're getting upside wide receiver bets here, Smith, T. Higgins, etc. And a lot of the teams that have Jeremiah Love, who do they have him paired with? Well, they have him paired with a running back because when Jeremiah Love falls all the way to the third like this, it's just likely that there's going to be a Chase Brown, a Walker, so I'm just getting a different even position than that. I am pretty low on Zay Flowers. I don't have him ranked egregiously low, but I don't draft him that often. I like DeAndre Swift a lot more than David Montgomery. You do not need to draft anything more than one team to get an ROI. Drafting a lot of teams does not guarantee you a 10% ROI either. That's cool. Good for Dan. Welcome, sir. Recently punted in the Hard Rock main event. Okay, what are we going to do here? I do not mind Javonte for teammate correlation. You know, let's do that. I have very little Javonte. His ADP is 36. I'm getting here at 41. Just a team bet on the Cowboys. Some of my favorite teams to bet on are the Cowboys and Bengals. Just probably, two great offenses with suspect defenses. I like the flexibility of renting. That's my answer. What's up, Eddie? Yeah, the Ravens as a team are kind of weird because number one, they're one of the highest projected win total teams and Super Bowl odd teams. Number two, the whole offense kind of sucked last year, mostly because Lamar missed.
Let's go, baby.
So, yeah, I don't know. I quite like their Week 17 game, obviously, so I get some stacks there. I'm not doing as much Derrick Henry. He just was not good for large stretches at a time. 33. Didn't cross 20 points again until Week 11. 20 points in Week 12. And then really he did have a strong Week 17 and 16. Scored at the right time. why low on Zay should be good in PPR. Well, Zay being good is not good enough in the third round. Let me put that way. Like, if you get 15 points per game from Zay Flowers, you are getting absolutely crushed by someone in the third round. Really, you want a guy who can be 20 points per game. So I don't think I'm getting that with Smith either. But, like, you know, George Pickens, wide receiver 3 on the season with a bunch of 30-point games, that's the type of thing you want. Like, it's not kind of good enough to just be like, oh, there's my 13 points again. 13 points a game from Zay.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, the funny thing about the Lions is, like, they have we don't love that they're outdoors week 17, but everything before then is gravy.
Bro, who cares if the game is outdoors, man?
I'm sure that was the thesis, Charles. Derrick Henry will suck all year and then get there at the end. If Zay had 4 more touchdowns, he'd have been Pickens. Yeah, I mean, hate to say it, but it's just kind of tough he's not like a classical touchdown bet. He's just not, right?
Swift.
Wow,
Oh.
85th. Gotta marvel at that for a second. Every single time, Jameson Williams here for me. Huge upside bet at wideout. Haven't looked at Splash yet, but I'll for sure be doing some Survivor. I like the Saints a lot more to be improved than I do the Titans. I draft Titans, but yeah, if I had to choose which team is more likely to disappoint, I would choose the Titans. Wow, ETN did fall to 51 in this one. That's insane. Am I drafting with new rankings? No, I'm going to push those through later today. I'm not changing much in the rankings. It's mostly the back end. I like AJ Barner a lot. He's kind of being overshadowed by Terrence Ferguson love. I still like Barner a little bit more. I have very little Justin Herbert too. One of the craziest things to me is the round 7 and 8 quarterbacks, which, like, I draft a lot of, but, like, it's kind of crazy you can get Lamar Jackson in the 6th, and then a round later, Trevor Lawrence goes. Gut feel, winner will come from early months. I would say that every year, though. But especially this year, like, what's moved this year? Sure, we'll buy the Q tag on Bucky. Like, what crazy movement have we seen this year? Or even better yet, like, what news could come out to give us, like, a huge edge? Clarity on the Dolphins wide receivers? Ooh. Again, like, look at this 5-5-5 here. I'll try to find the team. The value I have in this 5-5-5 draft, which I had to do via slow because they just don't finish as fast. I don't know when it was drafted. It was probably drafted in May, though. Is it the bottom one or the top one? I finally got the 101 in the 5-5-5 as well. Okay, I'm gonna guess this team. I wrote this up on beatbestball.com, but the team went Chase, Hampton, Jeremiah Love. I don't really love Hampton, but I just knew he'd be an ADP value here. And notice that I had the choice to do Derrick Henry. I knew it would be more ADP value. I did not. The schedule was not out when I drafted this, so I did not know Chase and Henry would be playing each other. I still like the Love pick. Mike Evans, Jameson Williams, Jordan Tyson value, R.J. Harvey, not a value, but he goes here. Jalen Warren, huge value. Purdy, Kincaid, Mayfield. Jonathan Brooks, 142. So the Warren and Brooks picks. Warren went at 71 in this, and Brooks will go in the hundreds. So huge value on that. Really the prices and uniqueness. Oh my God. Donation from this Tony Pollard team. When do you
Oh,
try and
Lord.
finish your last team?
I don't like this
Okay?
range.
Some years, 30 minutes before the season starts. Jonathan Brooks just went pick 79 in this to show you. Wow. Okay, well, Dak is who I want the most.
Just gonna keep slamming Cortland
Can I
Sutton.
be greedy here and go Ramondre? Getting the Q tag dip for
Wide
being
receiver
thrown
5
up?
on my team. Fuck it.
Oh, why not try? I'm gonna guess I don't get him, but why not find out? Did you listen to your best ball diss track that was dropped by someone who, and I wish I was kidding, has never even had a team make it to week 16? No, I didn't even know it existed. Straight up. I have that guy blocked. He's clearly a weirdo trying to clout chase me. But that's the bliss of the block button. I didn't even know this happened. And that's hilarious. I just remember that guy having the biggest bag on who is the RB3 for the Steelers? Caleb Johnson. It's honestly very close. I like Purdy a lot this year. He runs more than you think. He had turf toe last year. Come on, man. You do not need Dak. I think this guy's drafting logically. He's not going to take that. Let's go. Q tag. Q tag on Dak. It is tough to get quarterback values on DK sometimes. We do tend to see, though, that the running backs are prioritized over the quarterbacks for casuals, I would say. But this team's pretty sick. Lamb, Jeremiah Love, Devonta Smith, Javonte Williams, Jameson Williams. Gotta correlate your Williamses. Bucky Irving, Ramondre, and Dak. Yeah. I always recommend you take advantage of fear dips. So Ramondre, we're going to see a little bit of a fear dip because he lost practice today. I think between touchdowns and rushing, Purdy averaged like 3 or 4 points a game last year running.
Kayak told me when to book to get a great rental car deal. Guess we can stop scrolling for travel advice.
Who's at the door?
You'll never know.
Mark, man. We're not doing this, dude. You can think it, but don't write it, right? Don't put energy out there rooting on injuries for guys. Okay? We're above that on this channel and audience-wise. So what did, I could have gone Chase Brown and gotten Jeremiah Love. But looking at how it turned out, where I got Love, Javonte, Bucky Irving, Ramondre, like maybe Jeremiah Love is a low advance rate piece and he gives the blade in the finals. and the playoff weeks where he has good matchups. Well, hopefully, Javante is a high advance rate piece. And a ton of the Jeremiah Love third round teams won't have Javante because Javante goes in the third a lot. So you just can't have both, right? So hopefully Javante is pulling Love, or Bucky, or Mondre, or etc. Okay. Well, he left practice, Mark. You didn't know. Probably just threw up, though. Honestly, I am not drafting a bunch of either of the Colts wide receivers. I understand every other analyst out there loves Josh Downs. I've drafted a ton of Josh Downs in the past, but doesn't really seem that much different than Wan'Dale Robinson or someone else you can get. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm simply going to scoop value most of the time. Would not have said a fifth running back was what I was going to do there. But happy to get Rico at pick 104. Honestly, I think he's an upside swing. I'm going to be done at 5 running backs for sure. Really strong 5 running back room. We missed out on Goff because this guy had to get Goff when he had Josh Allen in May. I still would have gone Dowdle over Goff, though. I would have tried to get Goff at the 113. And quite happy to build like this where I have Lamb, Smith, and Jameson Williams holding down my 3 starting wide receiver spots as far as guys that can give me big weeks. I'm crushing it at running back and flex, good at quarterback, and then I'm going to add a bunch of other wide receivers who can hopefully spike and hit the lineup. Chuba getting nuked? Yeah, this was one of the most predictable things of all time to me. The Chuba nuking.
And then no one else. The Chuba nuke. He went 7th round here.
I don't use bye weeks ever as tie breaks.
That's what I love to see. A purple uniqueness, man.
Okay. I'm going to go Mayfield to stack with Bucky. Really like the Bucks playoff schedule too. Potentially a tough week 17 game where they have the Rams at home, but they get the Saints at home, good weather. They're in the Falcons, right? So these are 2 suspect defenses, Saints, Falcons. And then they get the Rams at least at home, at least in good weather. So I think the Bucks could for sure be a team to put you into the semifinals and finals for best
I've been
ball.
finding myself draft Kittle a little bit more
Always happy to get more unique
lately.
builds. Baker with Bucky.
Glad to take
Pettit
him
with
at
Luka or Godwin.
little dip. Oh, now it's an orange? Come on, man.
I want to start drafting best ball. Where do you recommend I start, and how many drafts would you recommend I do? I would recommend you watch this channel. Go back and watch 10 or so of my live streams. Watch me build teams. And as far as how many drafts I recommend you do, that is a personal question that you're going to need to decide. I don't recommend you do any. Make your own financial decisions.
Who do I want? Oh.
Why do people like Scat so much? They like how he runs. They like that he's an idiot. They like that he backflips and drinks beers and whatever. There's always like a little bit of romanticization about like the Peyton Hillis types too. Like white dude who
Find a great rental car deal with Kayak. And find the confidence to do important things on your phone.
I don't know if I would call this a report, but yes, I will have redraft rankings next week. Rashad White falls in this one. I personally like Jacoy Krosky Merritt better. I think I'm going to flip them in the ranks. Oh, interesting. Obviously, Ferguson gives me a stack. Kelsey more of an ADP value. Why not? This is a chance to get both. Kelsey doesn't need to be prime Kelsey to... Rashad White falls in this one. I personally like Jacoy Krosky Merritt better. I think I'm going to flip them in the ranks. I'll just read this comment because I don't even know what to say to it. It's going to be hilarious when Chuba, Tony Pollard's that Carolina backfield, and Brooks is just Tajay Spears. Propping up Tony Pollard as if that's what you want, a concept I've not considered. PD, shoot it to me straight, PD. What's your Chuba exposure? What's your Tony Pollard exposure? We found the guy keeping him up in drafts. Taking Kelsey, I am missing some of the last wide receiver bets to feel really good about. Higgins, Concepcion, Diggs, Shakir, Coker. Let me check. 10-4. Missed on Ferguson, but honestly, probably a gift. That way I get Coker, who I view Coker as an upside wide receiver bet. Dropped 31 points in the real NFL playoffs against the Rams. Provided a 17-point game, 17-point game. This was like a playoff game, Carolina-Tampa. 17-point game, 11. Was hurt last year. Potentially is just very good at the game. So Petey, not even exposure to these guys, just has strong feelings. Kind of interesting that you used Tony Pollard as your example, but you got none of him. Yeah, I'm hoping to push McMillan around. I like Coker more than McMillan, but I like McMillan. Can you talk to me a bit around game theory, around exposures? I've seen some folks with like 40 to 60% of players. Well, even the passive reference, this is less than ideal. It depends on the cost of the player. Really, right? This year, I'm definitely jamming some players and happy to play it that way. Other years, I'm more balanced. All else equal, the cheaper the player is, the more acceptable it is to jam them, especially if you think they're a mega value, simply because it's less likely that a player going around their cost is going to punish you for doing that.
4 quarterbacks. Okay.
obviously injuries can hurt you. Like last year, I had a lot of Mike Evans. He got hurt. Then he returned and he got hurt. Like that hurt a lot of my teams. If Mike Evans got hurt again this year, that would hurt as well. Funnily enough, I checked an underdog. I only have 12% Mike Evans in BBM. And I'm guessing I have way more of that in DK because in BBM he goes in the 4th round and in DK he goes in the 5th. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
telling you, if you
Sadiq
want to
was
be a
the
winning
pick.
player, taking a
Ah.
guy because he gives you some solid points is a bad strat at an expensive cost. Pollard providing you 10 points does absolutely nothing for you.
Kayak told me when to book to get a great rental car deal. Guess we can stop scrolling for travel advice.
Big fall for Keaton Mitchell. Bryce Young is here if I care to go 3 QB as well. Let's do that today. Why not? Building pretty light at wideout, but that's fine. I'm going to stop at 5 running backs, so. 7 more picks. Let's call 2 tight ends. And 5 wide receivers. 3, 5, 9, 3. Seems reasonable. You don't have to know anything to do well. This guy said, I made it really far in best ball last year and I didn't understand that they only take the best performers to score. I was drafting 4 and 5 QBs, SMH. Well, cooler hand, man. Look how far you've come. You've found this channel. You're already on the right track, man. Look what you did by yourself, not even knowing the rules. First off, my number 1 suggestion to everyone out there is to read the rules of the contest you were playing. Someone sent me the screenshot of this, of a 6 RB start by them. I think that's dog shit, and there's no way around that. And I'm very happy that there are potentially a lot of sim people building like that. And it's not even unique. It's not even Flournoy. We're gonna do Juwan. It's not even unique because there's in every draft there's people jamming running backs. Right? Just in this draft, let's look. 3 running backs to start. 3 running backs to start. 3 running backs early. 3 running backs early. I have 5 running backs through 9. Right? So just starting a draft with 6 straight running backs is what I would classify as bad uniqueness, especially in an 18-round draft. But obviously, that's an individual team. Four tight end is always fine, even on underdog.
Keenan Allen. Okay.
You buying this dribbling buzz? I'm drafting all the 49ers. So, in that way, yes.
Where did Mike Evans go in this?
It wasn't 6 straight. He had Rome at the 5-6, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. My fault. I didn't watch. And got Pollard 12 spots past ADP. What's the difference between your 5 running backs here and 6 there if the running backs are smashes? Well, I would say the difference is I have CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, and Jameson Williams manning my 3 wide receiver spots. And I did not man my first wide receiver spot with Rome and then whatever trash they got. So that's the big difference, is I'm getting running back points and I'm beating them at wide receiver. That should be logical, right? Two reasonable guys, Purdy and Bateman. How far would neighbors have to fall in the eliminator for you to consider taking them? I have them ranked at the 5-6. And I'm gonna guess I have 0, and I'm okay with that. This is a deep this is a deep cut. Malik Davis is gonna be the guy you need. This ties into something else I want to talk about. Gotta finish first of the 14 in playoff pods. Hard to know what you need. Okay, he's talking about something else. He's trying to support the Sims because anything can be needed. But I was going to talk about more. You need to finish top 2 in your pod to advance. And something not being considered because we can't really do something so actionable on it is... Why not? He's a reason.
Find a great rental car deal with Kayak. And find the confidence to do important things on your phone. Even if you still wear skinny jeans.
Basically, he's an auto advance this year, and every other team is fighting for one other playoff spot. That's in the range of outcomes. Now, I think that's unlikely just because of the quality of some of these other picks. Like Jamar Chase, oh my God, this guy could average 25 himself. Puka, 25 himself. So if enough dudes are equalizing each other, then no first round pick is really going to nuke the others. But it's possible, especially with who they correlate with. Like if Gibbs is 25 and McBride and whatever, like if Pickens, Nico, Rice, like the guys who go with the 2-3 are some of the best picks in fantasy, well then this is like an auto advanced slot. Check. There's 11 other teams competing for the other spot, so
How does most
definitely
yards?
in the range. I think it would leave a bad taste in people's mouths
Most targets?
for the 101 to crush. Historically, the 101 has tanked. No Otten later. No, I mean I could have done that, but player I'm kind of light on. I see more upside for 10 picks past ADP. I'm happy to go Hawk there and finish this out with 5 straight wideouts. Do you take any of the Commanders running backs? Yeah, I like JCM a lot. I have less Rashad White. Did I pack my downs bags? No, I have almost none. Adonai Mitchell seems like a jam for a wide receiver needy team.
Alright, gents, I'll be back yet again later today. It's draft season. Let's get to it.